we're going to talk about this. I got this in my hand for some reason, so we must be going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about, doggone it, I'm scaring the little things. They're leaving me. We're going to talk about why cameras don't focus when you want them to. Now I feel like I'm just going to play the blues harp here or something. Or the theremin. I don't know which. I get them confused, you know. But before we talk about this thing that I just got into focus, let me ask you a question. Do you come here often? No, because hey, no, that really isn't the question. But hey, why not? 56 million points to anybody who knows what this is. No cheating. Don't go asking your buddy. Don't go phoning a friend. And don't look down below and cheat. What is that? Well, if you were able to zoom into this section right here, it would definitely tell you what it is. And while you're zooming in, what's the part number of this little guy? A little sad thing. Anyway, what is that? Points. And try to collect the fee from your points. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so before we get back onto this, let's talk about this. No, more specifically, what goes in that? These, those. These are the two resistors that I had pulled out of that. Ooh, oh, speaking of this, in the first section of this video, I made comment that there's a page that on Pinterest talks about 31 flavors. Well, since then I've found another rebadged version of this, and that's by the Kmart Corporation. That's right. In fact, at the time of this video making, the auction is current. Looks just like this, except for it says Kmart. Again, no model number. The capacitors that was in it, you know what, stand by. So as you can see, this capacitor here, it'll stand still, it's 22 microfarad at 10 volt. We're going to check that here in just 1 second, but while I got the camera's attention, let's go ahead and put this one in my hand. And this one is a 1 microfarad at 10 volt. Nope, a 10 microfarad at 10 volt. Never heard of this brand, but I want you to pay attention. Look at it.
It's old. It is super duper old.
And as you can see, the leg on this one is marked positive, where the other one is definitely negative. I don't know how old this one is, but I would imagine it's at least 10 years older than the radio. This one is way off its value, and we're going to hook that up to the meter right now. The meter that we're looking at is a Syncor LC75, and we know that because it says so right there on the screen. The first one I'm going to test is going to be the old one. And again, the old one is 10 microfarads at 10 volts. And I've repositioned the camera just ever so slightly so we could see the buttons down at the bottom. First button we're going to mash is going to be the leakage button. I'm going to do that now because it generally takes a little bit of time for that number to settle down. And what we're looking for on any numbers on the buttons is to have them read as low as possible. 0 is our friend. I do have the leakage volt knob, this knob right here, set to corresponding 10 volts. And as you can see, it is climbing. So the next button I'm going to push is the value. And anybody pay attention? I know I didn't. The value is 10 microfarads is what we're after. And the little jewel light that you see illuminated right here on the side of your screen, in case you can't make it out, does say microfarads. So we're at 27. We're about 27.6, whatever. Shut up. Microfarads. And so since it's not stable, this definitely does confirm that there is an issue with this capacitor. ESR value, who wants to take a guess? Yes, you in the back row over there, napping in Ohio. Go for it. What's the number? You're close. The magic number is 16.8 ohms. And again, because I keep forgetting, I was looking on the case for the ohms. It's because I'm touched in the head at times. So for this, we definitely want it as low as possible. Not good, not good at all. So now the next one is the 22 at 10 volts, I believe it is. Yes, 22 microfarads at 10 ohm. Let me put the crocodilators on correctly. The negative lead goes onto the proper negative leg on the doodad. See? Okay. So again, we're going to push the leakage button. Alright, so that is good. Value. "24 microfarads out of a 22 microfarads. Alright, doable. ESR. Anybody? Wah, wah, wah. Thank you for playing the home game. You suck. Please don't ever come back again. So everything up to that point looked fantastic. Alright, enough of that. Radio. Alright, so before I turn this on, I do want to set your expectations extremely low. Showing you those capacitors is probably going to take longer than it is a Bandscan. Bandscan on this is not very good. The work I've done on this, besides pull the two capacitors, was I checked out some components on there. Everything appeared to be okay or within spec. And then I aligned the radio, and the alignment went fine. However, I have to say, trying to get the needle to line up with the numbers, absolutely horrible. I spent more time on that than I did anything. And I finally got to a point where I just had to say enough is enough, and I had to walk away. So the dial and the pointer does not agree with one another. When I removed my probes last time, it was the frequencies were below what the actual numbers were. When I played with the radio briefly today, it appeared that they were sort of close. I don't know what's up with the radio. Cheap junk for sure. Tonal quality still the same. However, we did get past that crunchy noise that it had. You know, when you have dry capacitors or bad transistors, it gets that noise, and that we did get passed by. However, don't expect big thunderous booming sound. Speaking of big thunderous booming sound, this thing is still super duper loud. Here we go. We're going to start from the bottom of the band and work up. Turn volume up so the camera can hear it.
Demanded that the United States speed up the asylum process and admit 300 asylum seekers each and every day at that one facility in San Diego. Currently, there's between 40 to 100. And that letter says, in the meantime, this is in quotes, families, women and children who have fled our country continue to suffer the civil society. Impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you. Your life is. Even if it's not true, fortunately you can.
I think the camera might be doing that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say the camera's messing with it.
Life is fascinating. Really, really. Well, I mean, you know, we're nothing if not our memories. I have some close to me, a couple of people close to me that are going through dementia. It was.
Well, I do have to say it is working better right now than best I've heard anyway. I am in my office, by the way, and I have a lot of noise in here as well. But it seems to be doing okay. See that station there should be at 890, and you can see it's far from it. And there should be another Latino at about 990. Or unless that was it. We'll find out here in a second. Well, that one looks close. That should be 890. I mean 990. I'm wondering if that's not Como 1000 out of Washington. Seattle, Washington. I've actually been there. Back 2005, actually. Could this be 1090? San Diego? I have this one. I'm going to fire it up. Yeah, that's San Diego. All right, so yeah, this is San Diego, and to confirm that we are right on frequency.
Sports Center all night on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. You know, Christmas is right around the corner when 1-800-Flowers.com releases their best-selling holiday arrangement, the Holiday Flower Tree. To order,
Get 20% off. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com/ESPN. Back with Sports Center all night on ESPN Radio. I'm Jim Baswell. Baseball winter meetings offered a 3-team deal on Thursday.
Interesting.
Mariners and Rays involved in a swap that sends first baseman Carlos Santana back.
Entertain me for just one moment. Let me go to Como. All right, so the chick talking there is out of Como.
Technology and healthcare stocks were among the day's best performers. Utilities and household food makers were for the most part flat. The Democratic Brexit may be interesting, but British Prime Minister Theresa May is rather secure, at least for the time being. She won a leadership vote, which allows her to hold on to her position as Conservative Party leader and Prime Minister. Daria Avenue, ABC News. So, of course, I'm Sherry Sutton. The question of whether Die Hard is or is not a Christmas movie may never be answered, unless it is in one of four states. The folks in Wisconsin, Washington, Virginia, and Missouri say absolutely is. That movie is downloaded more than any other Christmas flick, according to the website Streaming Observer.
in these type of calls lately. Orange County Superior Court spokesman Costas
1070 KNX out of Los Angeles. So this is with the radio here,
Even if you've missed jury,
and then this radio.
you're worried about it. Give us a call. Don't give money to anybody just because they called you. Don't give your Social Security.
Couldn't get Como on this, Washington, but I got LA. And for those wondering, my point of reference, LA is in Southern California. I reside in Northern California. Unfortunately, that's in California. No, I don't like California. Yes, I was born here, but this is not my, not what it was. So much better way back then. Today sucks. Sorry about that. I was pulling a Doug there for a moment.
And they walk into a pole or something like that, in the middle of the road.
The reason I think it's okay for us to even sing some Christmas songs outside of the Christmas season is because Christ was...
Okay, well, there you go. A cheap radio in every sense of the word. I'm very surprised that I got a couple of DX frequencies off of this. I have no desire at this point in time to come back later to try to get this thing lined up. I honestly spent a good hour and a half just tweaking those goofy little things, and it shouldn't have been so hard so long. Hey, you know what? But I got to tell you, the YL came in, wanted to know what I was doing, and took a little interest, and so I sat her down in the captain's chair, and I got her drunk, and then I messed with her hair. Oh yeah, girls like that. Pro tip from me to you. No, I put a porcelain screwdriver in her hand and showed her the meters on the bench and explained to her everything, and so she went ahead and turned a coil. She was all excited, all happy, and then gave her a headache, and then she left, which I could fully understand and appreciate that. Okay, well, this is going to conclude this video. This is definitely taking a lot longer on this thing than I wanted it to be. I thought it was just going to be a little cheesy, 10-minute video. All right, everybody, take care. Catch you in the next one. I won't drag this out any longer than I have to. What are you doing for the next 15 minutes, though? I've got time if you do. So, hey, there once was a man from Nantucket. I got to go. You're going to get me in trouble. Bye.